What's up guys, my name is Lucas Kalin, aka What's Up with Lucas, and you've probably seen me on social media, or maybe you haven't, but I review supplements, all sorts, whether it's a protein powder all the way to a pre-workout, and I just absolutely love them. So with that being said, today we are doing my 2024 top pick protein powders. Let's go. Now, I just want to clarify something first. I didn't say these are the best protein powders of 2024 because they're not the best. There is no best protein powder. There's only a best supplement for you and your individual needs. So I will never say a supplement is the best or unbeatable. Now, I will say that I have my own personal opinions on what I like and what fits into my own supplement regimens. So these are my top picks, aka supplements I see myself reaching for time and time again on a daily basis because I enjoy them for my own goals, my own needs, and I just like them overall. So like I said, this is the protein powder edition and we'll be getting into it. We have quite a few. I think we have about 15 protein powders that I really enjoy. We're gonna go through it, give you some highlights, talk about the flavor, and of course why I like it so much. And another thing to add is that these are not in a specific order. I have a massive long dining room table, wooden. It looks really nice. My girlfriend picked it out, but let me just say it is just filled with protein powders. So I didn't organize them. I tried to group them by brand, but I mean, we'll be jumping around. So first one we're gonna start with is Fuel, the premium protein powder from Panda Supplements, and nothing other than their ice cream sundae cone. Now this one is definitely interesting in terms of the label. I really like the label. I think it definitely looks eye-catching, especially with the gold. Now, why did this one catch me off guard? I'll tell you, the inclusions. So waffle cone inclusions, I was here for, right? Let's see how they described it specifically. Dry roasted peanuts. I was like, I don't know if I want dry roasted peanuts in my sweet protein powder or just in general. I'm not a big peanut guy when it comes to desserts, but I was very skeptical. Let me just say, full of inclusions. Like you are sipping, you are getting a mouthful of inclusions. For me, I really liked that. I really like the heavy inclusions, only in specific flavors though. And this one, it definitely hit. You get the ice cream sundae kind of flavor with the protein, like the protein powder itself. And then you kind of get that cone and just like topping inclusion kind of vibe with the peanuts and the waffle cone inclusions. Now, with that being a higher like inclusion rate, it's gonna be higher in calories. So 170 calories, 3 grams of fat, and 5 grams of carbs, not to mention 30 grams of protein from an isolate, concentrate, and collagen. And on top of that, they have 3 unique things that I really like this protein powder for in terms of formula: an absorption matrix, digestive enzymes, and probiotics. And I think that kind of makes it a little bit higher than just a regular protein powder, especially tasting so good. I just want to check the facts real quick because I did that from my head and everything's correct. I'm cool like that. With that being said, I really enjoy this one. I see myself reaching for it a lot more than I thought I would. It's really good post-workout with the inclusions where I'm like, I want to eat a meal, but I don't because I want to have the protein powder. So this is a really good one for me. Fuel, the premium protein powder. Next, we're going to bring in Flight Foods. Now, if you guys have never interacted with Flight Foods on social media, I highly recommend you do. The founder, CEO, Thomas, is a great guy. Now, their supplements, I will say straight up, are not the top-notch supplements that I typically go for. But with that being said, I really go for this brand because they have decent supplements, a really good message behind them, a really good guy behind the brand, and a really evolving brand. Now, he's working every single day to get new products out, every single day to inspire others and really follow the mission of his company, and I absolutely love that. With that being said, he has 2 staple protein flavors, cinnamon swirl and then cookies and cream. And you may be like, cookies and cream, it's like a basic flavor. This one is really good. Like, I don't like Oreos at all. Like, it's hit or miss for me in a protein powder. Sometimes they just taste really bad. This is probably one of my favorite cookies and cream I've ever had. I love the sleek, like classic label design of the label. But to talk about it a little bit more, I really liked the flavor of the cookies and cream. 130 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein from a blend of concentrate and isolate. Not to mention this has inclusions of cookie pieces, which obviously I enjoyed. I'm a big inclusion type of guy. But like I said, I really like the message behind the brand. And of course, this flavor is top notch. I also really like something that you'll see in a later video. There's a couple products that I really enjoy from him. But with that being said, solid protein powder in terms of flavor. The formula is solid as well, depending on what your protein like needs and desires are. This does have a concentrate and an isolate blend, which some people may not be a fan of, but we do have a concentrate and an isolate in the Panda Supplements one. So, I mean, it's really based on preference, but for me personally, I really enjoy it. It's light on the stomach. Some people are like, concentrate's hard on the stomach. Yeah, it is, but me being 22 years old and eating absolutely insane amounts of food, it's not really hard on the stomach for me. I really enjoy it. Next one we're going to bring in is UXO Supplements Post ISO. Now this is a fully isolate protein powder, and I'm just gonna say, I was really shocked by this. I've had UXO Supplements a couple times. I never had a protein powder. I don't know if they had a protein powder before this, but this one really came out of left field and I was like really impressed. Like I said, this is a full isolate. It has 110 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein from an isolate. And not to mention, it has a birthday cake blend in here of like a cereal. So I'm gonna open it real quick. So it does have inclusions. I really like these because they're like sprinkles. I'm trying to see if I can line it up right. Yes, so they're like sprinkles. It really gives you a birthday cake vibe. And one thing I will say is that birthday cakes are hit or miss for me, because when it comes to a birthday cake or a vanilla flavor, they really suck. Like most of the time, those flavors suck. But I will say this one tasted like an authentic birthday cake, and having those cereal or sprinkle inclusions, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, this has this is an isolate. It also has digestive enzymes, and I'm trying to think because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Digestive enzymes. Yeah, I think it's just digestive enzymes. Yeah, like I said, this is low in fat, low in calories. It has digestive enzymes, high amount of protein, and it tastes absolutely delicious. I love it. Birthday cake. I also have another one, strawberry shortcake. That one's good as well, but I picked this one over that one. 10 out of 10. I love birthday cake, and they nailed this flavor. All right, next we are going to move on to MuscleTech. You guys have probably seen me talk about MuscleTech quite a bit. I love reviewing MuscleTech products because they're really innovative and they have a lot of cool products out there. I'm trying to see if I have the other one with me, but I don't think I do. This is their brand new limited edition Nitro-Tech Whey Gold. It's pretty cool. I absolutely love the new labels that they're going with. Kind of got that graffiti vibe on this one, which I love. And if you guys have seen my stories or stuff like that, I like using like a graffiti type font. I love like the chocolate peanut butter like showcase right here. Just the gold. It's really good. I don't know the label terms. Maybe I need to learn the label terms. So if you guys do labels, if you're a graphic designer, hit me up. I need to learn some terms. But with that being said, I love the formula on this one because you're getting 130 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and a 24 grams of protein. Now this is a blend of concentrate, isolate, and hydrolyzed whey protein, which I really like. And like I said, I think it's a super clean, really enjoyable protein powder. Now, why do I like this flavor? It is a chocolate peanut butter, and typically when you get a chocolate peanut butter flavor, it is all peanut butter. It is all peanut butter, and I hate it. And like I said, I don't like peanuts or peanut butter in my desserts, but this one's like a 50-50 balance to where like the sweet and the salty kind of complement each other. And they also came out with a banana cream flavor, which if you mix it with this, tastes so dang good. And I wouldn't think that combination would be good, but it is so good. And that is my go-to combination. 1 scoop of this, 1 scoop of the banana cream, and you're getting 48 grams of protein, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So like I said, I love MuscleTech in general as a brand. I like the macros, I like the flavor, and overall, I see myself reaching for this on a consistent basis. All right, next one up on the docket. I didn't think I was going to enjoy either. Carrot cake by MuscleSport USA. With that being said, carrot cake is a dessert that I've had a few times that I enjoyed on rare occasions. As you can see, this is pretty empty. I was trying to savor it, not have the full thing, but I kind of caved a little bit, and I have like 1-ish scoops left, probably just 1. But with this being said, it dropped, and I was completely blown away by the accuracy and just the overall deliciousness of it. I don't know if deliciousness is a word. Really dang good. And if you know me, MuscleSport is my go-to for protein powders. I always end up picking them up. They have so many good flavors, so you'll see a couple of them in this video. But carrot cake really shocked me. I didn't really see it as top flavor for me, and then I tried it. Perfect balance between the carrot spice and then of course the icing on a carrot cake, which they replicate by putting marble chocolate curls in here. Now those are addicting. You don't get a bunch per serving, but you get just enough to where it makes you want to have like another serving of it. Really good. Like I said, 110 calories, 2 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein from an isolate and a hydrolyzed whey protein. They also have their fat metabolizing matrix in here at a 3.25 gram dose for this particular flavor. Like I said, absolutely delicious. I love the label of the lean whey from MuscleSport. It just looks so dang cool. I like to keep the neck bands if I can. This one I didn't. Absolutely like went through this one extremely fast. And I was gonna pick it up on Black Friday, but I hesitated because, you know, I was like not trying to spend all my money on supplements, which I always do. But I hesitated a little bit and it sold out. Figured it was gonna sell out. But like I said, this one really shocked me. And if you have the opportunity to grab it, I would. It tastes really dang good. Now this one's a little guy, right? Now, if you guys have seen me, I love 6-Star Pro Nutrition. I've been using it for years, ever since, I would say high school, maybe a little bit before then, in terms of protein powder. They recently did a collab with Kellogg's and their cereal-inspired Froot Loops flavor, and that just kind of blew me away. When they dropped the powder, I was like, holy crap, this is delicious. Then they dropped Frosted Flakes, Froot Loops, and then like later on we'll talk about another thing. But then they dropped this RTD. For me, I'm not a big RTD guy just because when it comes down to pricing, it's just more expensive. And for me, I just don't really find myself in instances where I'm like, I need an RTD. But this one tastes so dang good. Now it's cool because you just twist and go, you rip it off, and then it just has a tab you pull. Definitely shake it, definitely drink it cold. 160 calories, 3 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of protein. And it also has this massive list of 24 vitamins and minerals. One thing I like about this is it's 1 gram of sugar. Sometimes you see these bigger brands collaborating with like cereal brands or other brands out there, and it's just being packed full of sugar. I forget when I saw it. You see it a lot of times at the dollar store if you go like look at those kind of shakes. But like I said, this one is accurate, delicious. It tastes like Froot Loops, and it almost tastes like the bottom of a cereal bowl after eating Froot Loops. It's really good. I enjoy it. I could pound like 30 of these. They're really dang good. They're at Sam's Club right now, just exclusively. I love going to Sam's Club, so of course I always pick them up. But this one's really good if you're looking for something on the go. I really enjoyed the powdered version as well. So if you're at Walmart or you're just looking for an affordable protein powder, that's a really good option as well. But like I said, this is the RTD version. Next, another birthday cake. I had to make sure I was like looking at it right, but this is birthday cake, and this one's a super cool one in lean whey from MuscleSport, and this is Katie's birthday cake. It was in celebration of Katie from MuscleSport, and it was essentially like a birthday flavor drop, which I thought was super cool and really thoughtful. Like I said, I love the neck bands. You can see I kept this one. I thought it was cool. It really pops. I really like the pink, like I guess pink design on it, and it really just catches your eye, and when it comes down to it, I absolutely love this one. This one was so good, right? So 130 calories, 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein from an isolate and a hydrolyzed whey. You get the full breakdown on the back, the fat metabolizing matrix on this one at 1.5 grams. Now the best part, this is not like a shitty birthday cake. Excuse my language, but there are a lot of really bad birthday cakes, really bad vanillas, like I said before. This one is on the mark, delicious, sweet but not too sweet, and has 2 different inclusions, rainbow sprinkles, and then it also has the cookie pieces in here. So the cookie pieces are kind of like an Oreo. Sprinkles are just regular sprinkles, and when you have a shake of this, you get a decent amount of inclusions. Not too much, not too little, and I really enjoyed it. It has that sweet flavor to it, and it is dead on the mark for a birthday cake. I absolutely enjoyed this. This was probably one of my favorite drops they did from them. It's definitely in the top tier from them, thus being on this whole video, but I really enjoyed this one. They did a great job with it, and if you ever get the chance to try this one, I definitely would. All right, moving on. This is gonna catch a lot of people by surprise, or maybe it won't, but it is the only clear whey isolate on the list. I would say that there would be another one included, but I don't have the tub of it currently and haven't had it in a couple of months, so I just didn't put it on here. But that is Ryse, and this is their clear protein in their collab with Kool-Aid in Grape. Now the energy drink of this tastes absolutely phenomenal, and if you guys have tried it, you know it's really dang good. They also did these in an RTD version, but this is their OG powdered form. Now I will say it foamed up like crazy. It looks like you just put a bunch of soap in water and it just like blows up with foam. Wait for it to settle. It does take a little bit to settle, but after it settles, it tastes really dang good. Grape Kool-Aid to a T, and like I said, it is foamy, but after you drink it, you're not getting like a bad aftertaste like you typically would with a clear whey isolate, and it is very accurate on the grape, and it's good, right? It's not a medicine flavor. It is just your typical light, juicy, refreshing grape Kool-Aid type flavor. 100 calories, 0 grams of fat, 1 gram of carb, and 22 grams of protein. Now this is a little different because it is a clear whey isolate. It is lower in fat, lower in calories, and has a really good amount of protein in here. Like I said, they did a couple flavors in this, but I by far liked the grape Kool-Aid the most. I think it was a strawberry banana. They did a collab with Jello for 2 flavors that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I really enjoyed this one. They just re-released it, I think for Black Friday, with their less foaming version. I'm not sure if they were able to get the foam down, but from what I saw or what I heard, that's what it was supposed to be, but they didn't advertise it too much, so maybe they didn't. So I will say this tastes delicious. Just be aware, there's a lot of foam. Wait for it to settle. If it doesn't settle, just kind of drink it. I mean, the protein will like kind of go through the foam as you drink it. Trust me, I tried a bunch of ways, but this one I definitely reached for quite a bit when I was looking for a clear whey isolate, and I really enjoyed that. Now I will say the other clear whey isolate was Seek, S-E-E-Q. If you guys have ever tried it, they have a lot of really cool flavors that come and go, and they have a really good flavor profile on there. No bad aftertaste, lower in calories, high in protein, and they run sales occasionally to make it affordable, and that was was another really good option that I really enjoyed. But moving on to the next protein powder, this one was a recent release from MuscleSport. Now, like I said, you're gonna see a couple flavors on here. I like MuscleSport. I love their new protein flavors. This is part of their peanut butter collection, and this is Mom's Peanut Butter and Jelly. Like I said, I love the neckbands. I keep them on. This one was really dang good. It was very nostalgic for me. It tasted like a peanut butter and jelly. I used to eat a bunch of peanut butter and jellies, especially when I played football, for that quick fuel, the quick food, and I absolutely loved it. I used to munch on them during our meetings for film. But this one was really accurate and kind of reminded me of that, so it had that nostalgic vibe for me, which I really enjoyed. 130 calories, 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein from isolate and hydrolyzed whey protein, and they have their fat metabolizing matrix in here at 1.6 grams. Now, the cool thing about this is it has peanut butter powder, and then on top of that, it has, let's get it correctly pronounced, freeze-dried strawberry fruit pieces. So freezer-dried strawberries, and it has that peanut butter powder. It tastes exactly like a peanut butter and jelly, a strawberry one in particular, obviously with freezer-dried strawberries, but it's really good. You just kind of feel like you're drinking a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which was pretty funny. It's kind of weird. It messes with your brain. Really enjoyable. I really liked it, and it kind of caught me off guard because I didn't think I was going to be a huge fan of it, but I definitely liked it, and I definitely see myself reaching for it quite a bit. Unique flavor that I haven't seen anywhere else, I don't think. Definitely check it out. Now, this is one I hinted at a little bit before. 6-Star Pro Nutrition's collab with Kellogg's and their cereal-inspired Froot Loops, but birthday cake. Now, like I said before, birthday cake is hit or miss. It could be absolutely trash, or it could be really dang good, and this year I've seen a lot of really good birthday cakes, and for it being a flavor that I really enjoy, that's why there's a lot of them on this list. I never really saw myself as a birthday cake kind of guy, but it just vibes, and I really like it. So this one, very similar, 180 calories, 3 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of protein. Now, this also has 4 grams of sugar, so it's lower in sugar, and it's a whey protein blend of concentrate, isolate, and hydrolyzed whey protein. Now, this is a limited time flavor. I don't know if it's still out. You might be able to still find it. It has a really good birthday cake flavor. No inclusions, but like I said, it's really tasty when it comes to birthday cake. Well, I guess it does. It has inclusions, but not like an insane amount. There are sprinkle like kind of glitter pieces in there. It's not an insane amount of inclusions where you really notice it, but it does add to the birthday cake flavor, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's super affordable in terms of protein powder. I really like the pink labels. They're eye-catching for me, and you definitely see them at the store. This one was available at Walmart. I don't know if it's still available at Walmart, but it tastes really good. Definitely tastes like a birthday cake and has a Fruit Loop kind of vibe to it, so I definitely check this one out. Next, this one is a behemoth. Like, this one is massive. This is MuscleTech's Nitro-Tech 100% whey gold in churro, and I love just looking at this thing because it is massive, and I think this, 5.10 pounds. So this isn't even just a 5 pound, this is a 5.10 pound. Label absolutely insane. It kind of has that graffiti look that kind of goes with the churro vibe, and like I said, this thing is massive. Really good limited edition flavor that I believe is still available, actually. Really accurate churro, and like I said on this, it has really good macros. 130 calories, 2 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 24 grams of protein for a concentrate, isolate, and whey peptide. This one is delicious. Kind of caught me off guard. Churro-wise, I kind of thought it was going to be weird in terms of churro and just be a cinnamon, but it really gives you that cinnamon dough kind of taste from a churro. You get the sugar, you get the cinnamon, you get the churro dough, and it's really enjoyable. I drink this quite often. I see myself reaching in this jug, getting 2-3 scoops at a time post-workout. It's kind of a sweet treat for me. I definitely could see myself baking with it, even though I don't bake with protein powder. I definitely would try baking with this, and I bet you it'd be really dang good. But with that being said, it's a clean protein powder that tastes really good, has really good macros, and it is a massive tub, and they only offer it in the 5.10 pound tub. So I definitely check this out before that's gone forever. Now, moving on to our final 2 protein powders. This is from a brand I told you I was gonna have a lot on here for, and this is Yellowstone Huckleberry Cheesecake. Now, if you know me, or if you've seen my videos on this, I've done quite a few, is I have no idea what a Huckleberry was, or I had no idea. I had to look it up, had to do some research, and after I did some research, I found that it was pretty similar to a blueberry, which is kind of what I thought. But with that being said, this one kind of just shocked me. Out of nowhere, I got this. I believe it was the first protein powder I ever had from MuscleSport, and when I had this, I was like, MuscleSport's protein powders are really dang good, right? Good macros, really good inclusions, really good flavor, and really cool designs. Like I said, I love the designs. I wish I kept the neckband on this one, but this one just still looks so dang cool. It has that bright purple flavor, or bright purple color, not flavor. It really makes it pop. 130 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein from an isolate and a hydrolyzed whey protein, plus their fat metabolizing matrix at 1.9 grams. Now, with that being said, this is a really good Huckleberry cheesecake. You get the immediate Huckleberry, blueberry type fruit flavor in the beginning with the aftertaste of the cheesecake. Now, this does have inclusions of a Cinna Crunch flavor bits. Now, for me, that kind of is like the pie crust of a cheesecake. A little bit of sugar on there, a little bit of that pie. See, I say pie because I'm not a huge cheesecake guy when it comes down to it. I'm more of a pie guy, but that cheesecake crust to where it's like the graham cracker. So it does have that like sweetness to it, but it also isn't super overpowering and has a really good fruit flavor. This one, really good, really underrated. You see me talk about it quite a bit. I really enjoy it. This is kind of like a staple go-to protein powder for me. So if I'm like looking for a protein powder, I'll grab this. You can almost say this is like my vanilla chocolate type flavor because I grab it almost every other day and I really enjoy the flavor to it, of course, with the macros being solid as well. So I would check this one out. All right, last one on this list has to be one of my favorite or the favorite MuscleSport protein powder I've ever had. That is Monster Cookie. Now I've had in the last month 3 tubs of this thing. Now I didn't finish all 3 tubs, but I do have 3 tubs. I really enjoy this one. I love the look of it. They went with like a black like label look on it. Got the graffiti on there. You got the blue from the Monster Cookie. This is in their lean Whey formula, of course. Really cool neckband. And like I said, they went with the black look to it, which I think really makes a blue pop. I'm a big blue guy, so like the blue on it's like really exciting. But the cool thing about this is they kind of went for a plethora of different flavors in a Monster Cookie. Monster Cookie can be a bunch of different things. In my opinion, the best Monster Cookie is the one where it's just a bunch of different really good types of cookies, which this one is. So 130 calories, 2 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein from an isolate and a hydrolyzed whey protein. They have their fat metabolizing matrix in here at 600 milligrams, and they also have 2 different inclusions, white chocolate chips and cream-filled cookie pieces. Now, the white chocolate chips, like I said before, when they've used these in their protein powders, they are damn good. They are addicting. You get quite a bit per scoop, which is really good at 130 calories, which I really enjoyed. And on top of that, you're getting the cream-filled cookie pieces, which are kind of like a cream-filled Oreo, and they taste really dang good. You get less of those than you do of the white chocolate chips. And then for the base protein powder flavor, it's more of like a cookie dough. So you get cookie dough, white chocolate chips, and like cream-filled cookie pieces. So I guess you could say that's kind of 4 different things or 3 different things. Really packed, really like sugary, but not too sugary. In terms of sugar, this has 2 grams of sugar. So it definitely does taste sweet. 2 grams of sugar is not a lot, but it definitely does taste sweet, but it's not overly sweet. Overall, I really enjoy it. I see myself using this like all the dang time, especially at night, like a dessert protein powder. I've used this a bunch of times in my Ninja Creamy to make a really good protein packed dessert. But overall, a really good protein powder. And if you guys haven't tried it, I 1000% recommend picking it up. Limited edition. I think it's sold out again. Hopefully they bring it back. This is by far my favorite protein powder from MuscleSport. So that was the last protein powder. And funny enough, we kind of ended it at like a kind of make sense number. So 15. So I would say these are my 15 top picks this year when it comes to protein powder. 2024, just to clarify if people see this in the future. Whoa. No, I'm just kidding. But like I said, those are my top 15 picks. These are not the best protein powders of 2024 because like I said, just kidding, I can't hear you guys. There are no best supplements. There is no best protein powder. It is what is best for you specifically and your goals. With that being said, I have my own personal opinion, my own favorites, and what I go to. Those are the 15 protein powders that I pick up a couple times a week that I really enjoy, and they aren't the best, but they're my favorites. So drop it down below what your favorite protein powder of 2024 is, because like I said, there's no best. Drop it down below and let me know, and if there's any on here that you really enjoy, drop it down below as well. I'd love to hear that. Stay tuned because we are doing a bunch more episodes of my top picks of 2024 when it comes to supplements. This was the protein powder edition. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.